Have you ever wondered why men often seem to be less focused on the past, appearing as if they don't dwell on previous relationships or experiences? This notion that men don't dwell on the past is commonly thrown around in conversations about relationships and emotional health. But is it really true? What lies beneath this perception? Let's dive into the psychology and social conditioning that may shape how men deal with their past. To start, it's essential to recognize that the idea men don't reflect on their past may stem from cultural stereotypes. Society often portrays men as stoic, strong, and emotionally reserved. This stereotype can create a pressure for men to suppress their feelings, leading to a facade of indifference when it comes to past experiences. But does this mean they are not affected by these experiences? Not necessarily. Research suggests that men and women process emotions differently. Men are often socialized to prioritize problem-solving over emotional expression. When faced with a challenging situation or a breakup, a man might focus on moving forward rather than analyzing what went wrong. This doesn't mean he isn't affected. Rather, he might be dealing with those emotions internally, choosing to mask them with action rather than reflection. Consider the narrative of a man who has gone through a difficult breakup. While a woman might discuss her feelings with friends, rehashing the memories and seeking comfort in shared stories, a man might prefer to distract himself with work or hobbies. This doesn't indicate a lack of emotion or disregard for the past. Instead, it reflects a different coping mechanism. Men often find solace in doing rather than discussing, leading to the appearance of being unbothered by their past. So, what does this mean for relationships? If men seem to move on quickly or appear unperturbed by their past, it can create misunderstandings. Partners may interpret this behavior as emotional unavailability or a lack of depth. However, it's crucial to recognize that emotional processing varies widely among individuals. Just because a man isn't vocal about his feelings doesn't mean he isn't experiencing them. Moreover, men may have been conditioned from a young age to minimize their emotional responses. From children's cartoons to societal expectations, boys are often taught to man up and not show vulnerability. This conditioning can lead to men feeling that they must downplay their feelings about the past, reinforcing the idea that they don't dwell on it. But let's not overlook the fact that there are many men who do reflect on their past, albeit in quieter, less visible ways. They might journal, engage in introspection during solitary activities, or seek therapy. This internal processing can be just as valid and impactful as more visible emotional expressions. Now, let's take a moment to explore the idea of emotional resilience. Many men may appear to move on quickly from their past experiences because they have developed coping strategies that help them deal with pain and loss effectively. This resilience can be a strength, but it can also lead to the misconception that they don't care. What about those times when men do reflect on their past? Perhaps they find themselves reminiscing about a former relationship during a quiet moment or feeling the weight of nostalgia during significant life events. In these situations, their past can resurface, and they may struggle with unresolved feelings. The key here is understanding that, while they may not demonstrate this publicly, it does not negate their capacity for reflection. This brings us to the importance of communication in relationships. If partners can foster an environment where emotions can be shared openly, it can bridge the gap between how men and women process their pasts. Encouraging conversations about feelings, memories, and experiences can help dismantle the stereotype that men do not care about their past. In conclusion, while the notion that men don't dwell on the past is a generalization, it's essential to understand the complexities behind it. Men may process their past differently, often appearing less affected due to societal expectations and personal coping strategies. By remaining curious and open-minded about these differences, we can foster deeper connections and better understand one another. So, what do you think? Do you believe the stereotype holds any truth, or do you see a broader spectrum of emotional processing in men? If you're interested in exploring more about emotional dynamics and relationships, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful discussions.